Yo, what's up guys, Neon Blitz here, back with another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. We have just got done with Jiren's getting fully revealed for Season 6. So we know all three of the characters coming for Season 6. It is Beerus, Goku Black, and Jiren, as you can see here. Now, the special thing about this season that they announced during the Squadra Talk is that they were splitting up the reveals. Every other Squadra Talk, they would reveal all three characters right away, right then and there at the Squadra Talk. But for this season, they spaced out the reveals and revealing them each hero sequentially. So this Squadra Talk only revealed Beerus, and then they have revealed Goku Black on their YouTube and their Twitter. And then they also fully revealed Jiren now on their YouTube and Twitter. So the main question I wanted to ask in this video, was this a good idea? Was this worth breaking the mold of revealing every character together and instead revealing them all separately? You know, now that we've had a full season of it, I think now's a great time to ask this question, especially as we're coasting right off the reveal of Jiren. So, I have a lot of thoughts about this. I think, if we could start with the positives first. I think, assuming the character picks were exciting and good enough, right? I think it causes a lot more excitement throughout the season. You know, there's a lot of anticipation of, ooh, I wonder what character's next. You know, maybe we could pick up on a theme here. Seemingly the theme for Season 6 was Dragon Ball Super antagonists / villains, right? You can just say antagonist because antagonist can be a villain, but whatever, right? As we had Beerus, Goku Black, and Jiren. Season 5, we seemingly had an OG Dragon Ball theme with, you know, Final Form Frieza, who really doesn't mix in together. Maybe you could say Goku Black doesn't mix in here because he's more villain than antagonist. But then we had Kid Goku and Bulma to round out Season 5. Season 4, we had God Goku, God Vegeta. So we had kind of like a God Ki, you know, Super Saiyan God celebration, and then Kid Buu. You know, you even say Season 3, we had Vegeta, Bardock, Kefla. So we had like Patara. So the main issue I think a lot of people had with Season 5 was they just weren't too excited with their characters of Final Form Frieza, Kid Goku, and Bulma. Even though I do think all three characters should be in the game and deserve to be in the game, and I think all of them could have really cool kids besides Bulma, a lot of people just weren't feeling Season 5's. And now, is it because of the state of the game, the state of the meta, or the characters themselves? That's up to the individual person. But I do definitely think for the large majority of the Dragon Ball fandom, I think Beerus, Goku Black, Jiren is a much stronger and more exciting character lineup. So I think that definitely helps contribute to them spacing out the reveals like this, where, you know, all three characters kind of hit. But I think if the characters didn't hit, is it still exciting? And I think that's a good question to ask because, you know, let's just say, you know, Beerus gets revealed here after being hinted, right? If you're not feeling Beerus, you're like, okay, but I still have two other characters to look forward to that, you know, I'm excited to see when they're revealed. And I'm trying to think to apply this to Season 5, where let's just say Final Form Frieza was only showed up to the Squadra Blast, and then Kid Goku and Bulma were safe targeted later. I do think fan reception probably would have been better. You know, I think a lot of people would have been more excited for Kid Goku right away, and then a lot of people would have been like, whoa, Bulma's a tank? What the hell? So I do think in terms of just the overall season pacing, I do think them spacing the reveal is better. Especially towards seasons where I'd quote less hype characters come out, right? And to be fair, I do think this season, it didn't really matter who else they added. Goku Black was here. I think Goku Black is one of the most viewed Squadra character trailers ever. If I had to imagine, I think the only thing that really beats it, or no, Goku Black actually did end up beating Season 3's Vegeta, Bardock, and Kefla. A lot of players were anticipating Goku Black like myself, so I don't think it really mattered who they added this season because Goku Black was here. But obviously, they didn't reveal Goku Black. I imagine how hyped and exciting we would have came out for the Squadra Talk if they revealed Goku Black and Jiren right away. Which I think this is now if we will talk about a negative of them spacing out the reveals. It makes the Squadra Talks less impactful. You know, we would go into every Squadra Talk, we would find out all three new characters, we find out new divine draws, we see a hint towards new skins, we'll see some helpers. Now they've been showing off the ranked helpers, and any other new potential things like either new sub rule, new bosses, who's to say what else, right? And maybe some other events like here they showed off the summer skin event, they talked about the world championship and blah blah blah, right? So I think them spacing out the reveals makes the individual Squadra Talk worse, and I also don't like how they're revealing the individual characters, where they just say, hey, new character is going to be revealed this time, and then they just drop it on Twitter, and it's just in bold thing, new hero, Goku Black. If you watch any of my reactions, I'm reacting to this. I'm not reacting to the actual video themselves. I'm reacting to this, which I do think that's quite unfortunate. I think to how Legends does their reveals. Sure, Legends has a reveal every 2 weeks, every month, and they do these huge Legends reveals and stuff, or Legends infos, and where they'll have basically the Squadra Talk setup, but they will protect what the character is. On the very few times they've also just been putting on social media, but they'll do like a new hero, right? Obviously, since this is, they want to get retweets and social media interactions on this, they of course want to say who new hero is here. But I do think an unfortunate consequence of them spacing out the reveals is they don't really have a great system of revealing the second character and third character themselves. They just kind of throw it out there, which I don't really like. I think it'd be much more exciting if to have like a premiere on YouTube, which I do think they should just do. They should just have a premiere on YouTube like how the Squadra Talks do. But now we also have to talk about United negatives. This is just infinitely worse for free-to-play players, and I don't think there's any other way to describe this. In the previous seasons, a free-to-play player, let's just say, has 250 Dragon Gems waiting for an exciting character, a character that they personally want to buy. They go into the Squadra Talk, they see 3 new characters that they weren't too excited for. Okay, they just keep saving. They have literally can save for 2 months. With this new system, those 250 gems are now threatened every 2 to 3 weeks. Because now they're like, okay, Beerus is revealed. Well, I like Beerus, but you know, I can't really buy Beerus right now because I don't know who the other 2 characters are. Or, you know, I'm super excited for Beerus. I'm dropping money. I'm dropping my 250 Dragon Gems on Beerus. Let's go. And then they reveal Goku Black, next character, and you're like, no, I wanted the Goku Black. And now you're kind of stuck in a situation where you have to summon and all that. That's just going to be an unfortunate truth that I think the system's just worse for free-to-play players. So the question is, I kind of talked about just an overall negative of how it brings out the Squadra Talks, and just a kind of general negative for the individual character reveals. While still exciting, I think they could be improved dramatically. I do think, as a positive, it makes the season flow a lot better. It also helps that Season 6 is just dramatically better than Season 5 in almost every way. Squadra 782 Hours is still going on. There's been like a new thing to do every week. You know, this week we just got the 10 million download celebration into the Squadra World Championship event, where you can get 40 free skins. There's been like Mr. Saiyans any jamborees. There's been new characters and all that. This season has been really great in terms of flow of content, which I think has helped fill this out. So it's pretty much, do you want to just take general excitement for the game, or would you rather it just be better for free-to-play players? That's kind of just what this all comes down to. And after experiencing this, I do buy the new characters. That is, I will say that when I buy the new characters, I've only bought 1 skin for Goku Black. There's a Maso outfit. For me, I do think them spacing out the reveals like this, it does feel better. However, they do need to come up with better ways to reveal the second and third characters. I'm tired of them just being like, hey, new character's gonna get revealed on this date at 11 o'clock. And then 11 o'clock comes and they just drop this tweet. Make it a YouTube premiere. You have the video, you have these promo trailers. Just make these premieres on YouTube. It fixes everything. It would fix literally everything if you just premiere this like this. I don't know why they don't do that. I hope they improve that for the future. But for me, I do think these reveals feel a lot better. You know, even if... But initially, it could seem like a dry week, maybe last week. You know, it could be like, oh, but well, you know, we don't know who the last character is. Ooh, that's exciting. We wonder who the last character is going to be. Ooh. Well, before, let's just say there's Season 5, you know, there was that 3-week period between Kid Goku and Bulma where it felt like nothing was happening. And then it's like, oh, well, I'm not that excited for Bulma. I'm not that feeling excitement for the game right now. So I do... Obviously, if let's just say if we went from Kid Goku to Goku Black, it's like, alright, can these 3 weeks end up already? I just want to play Goku Black. I just want to play Goku Black, and my excitement would just be more. So, it sucks for free-to-play players, but I do think them spacing out the reveals, it was probably the right decision. But Let me know what you guys think about the comments, because I'm genuinely curious what you guys have to think. Do you guys, now that we've experienced a full season of them spacing out the reveals like this, do you guys think this is a better system? Do you guys wish they'd go back to revealing all 3 characters of the Squadra Talk? Because I'm down for both. I'm down for just one massive hype for the new season. You know, we're going to be going into the 1-year anniversary next month. So imagine just one big Squadra Talk there that's dropping just absolutely 3 amazing characters that players have been requesting, are super excited for. Or would you rather them just drop these all the same hype characters, just now spacing out the reveals to keep the excitement and momentum going out throughout the whole season? Because I do think this season has made it a lot better, so that's a great thing to know. I just gotta loop this real quick, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about the comments. I'm genuinely curious what you guys have to think or have to say. You know, I already showed this before, but shout out Straight McCoy for the background music. I'll leave a link to the exact video they were listening to in the description. Please show them some love. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Stay tapped in this channel. Say everything Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. Including videos covered on Season 6. More videos on Beerus, Goku Black, and Jiren, as well as any potential news you know for the game. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!